All right, what's up, brother? Back with another video review for the week. This is from the past week of Monday, May 17th. Looks like we had another good week, which is great. A lot of videos uh, didn't upload towards the end of the week, the last couple of days, which is fine. You said a little storage issue, so I'll just go over what's there and then we'll roll on. So starting with tall snatch. So really liking the tall snatches to kind of work the arms and the speed under the bar. So we're going to be sticking with this for quite a while, probably, just to keep getting familiar with it. I really like your deadlift. I like the deadlift. I think we can still use, and again, even in something where the intention is not to get the full snatch, I still think we need to be focused on improving the deadlift a little more in terms of, so like right here, you see the space that's between you and the bar here. There's a lot of space. And so all I want you to do is I want that bar right here. I want that to be like in and really close to the thighs. It should almost be like grazing your thighs as you bring it into the hip. Just a little bit of an error in conceptualizing it, I think. So what I would do is right here, right there, I'm pulling in more with my lats. Your arms are great. Elbows are really good. The positioning, internal rotation. Just got to pull this in here and bring it up with us versus kind of just something like bringing it to the hips like that. It's a little bit, it's very subtle, but I think just right there, we can, pull it in and bring it up with us, if that makes sense. So little small thing on the deadlift there, but I think it'll make a difference just getting more mental reps with that. But all in all, I think it's good. The tall snatch, I think all I said was a little more aggressive on the turnover. So we've got a little bit of a dip here, a little bit of a dip, and look at your feet here. You can see how you're really kind of coming forwards a little bit. So basically we want to eliminate this dip. We want to eliminate that dip, and it's just, you want to think about it like you're initiating it from the hips with this. Like it's kind of like a strict pull, like a high pull to start, and you're going up on your toes immediately. So you're not dipping and going. It's from an extended position up onto the toes, pull, punch, and turn it over. So eliminate the dip as best you can. So from right here, what I would do is I would go straight up onto your toes and start pulling with your arms versus that little small dip. And also, we are just jumping forward just a little bit. So we really need to finish with the arms past this point. So this is great, like in a freeze frame, but we really need to finish the pull and just think about not jumping forwards, right? Because we don't want to jump forwards. So a little more aggressive right after this point, just finish a little stronger and try and catch either straight under or even if you jump back a little bit. Okay, so those are the two feedback there. This is deadlift, hip snatch, overhead squat. I think what I put, oh yeah, standing up the dead. So this is a common theme amongst a lot of people, is just what's actually happening in the deadlift. So I do want to attack the deadlift here, but let's just go on the hip snatch. So the hip snatch is good. The overhead squats, you're looking really strong there. So just on the deadlift, it's great off the floor. It's very good off the floor. Like you're very good positions. I like how the bar is traveling back towards you. It's a great position. Your feet are staying flat. So it's like right here, this part right here is what I want to address. So just look at all that space between you and the bar. I could probably get my hand under there. And that's what we want to eliminate. We want that bar to be very, very close to us past the knees. So what I want you to do is when you get to this point, I want it to, so just look at the mouse here. I want it to go like that, right? You want to bring it in, and what you want to do is keep the arms long, and we want to use the lats there to do one of these. So you want to puff your chest out and pull the bar in. And the way that the bar will travel, it's gonna, if you watch the mouse here, it's gonna come in like this and then travel up with you, okay? And what I want you to focus on whenever you have a deadlift. So the reason I'm putting the deadlift in there is to prime the pull. And what I want you to learn is how to fully extend your legs. So what you're doing here is just, from here, you're still kind of like you haven't extended your legs here, not to a pull in terms of like coming up onto your toes, but I just want you to stand this all the way up. And so you should be like, pushing and flexing your quads as you stand that all the way up. And it won't be a full pull and you won't be going up onto your toes, but just extend the legs as you get to the hips. And you'll be pushing, if you look at the mouse here, you'll be pushing, like the pressure should be right here when you get to that point, when you're pushing vertically, all right? So just stand up those deads all the way. And then on your hip snatch, I would first start with the fully extended legs here, like tighten these legs up to start your dip. Your dip is good. It's good position. Again, freeze frame. This is great. We just need to get a little more aggressive in like this part, like right here. We just need to finish a little more. So we just don't want to jump forward. So if maybe the cue is literally just don't jump forward and see what that does. So we want to, pull, punch, and we want to either drop right under the bar, or even if you jump back slightly, that would be fine. So the keys for this are stand up the deadlift all the way, really keep it close. So we want to eliminate this space here, really pull it in and let it travel up with you as you're extending your legs. So all the way through, you're pushing right. If you look at the mouse here, you're pushing right under the ankle and you're continuing to drive. And then in your hip snatch, straighten the legs out before you dip, pull, and get a little more aggressive in your catch, because we don't want to be jumping forward. Okay, so everything else though, like you're definitely getting stronger overhead. Off the floor, like I said, is looking great. And the squats were good. So yeah, I think that's all I said. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So if you check out this video, just watch Lasha do those deadlifts, and you'll watch how his legs, how he uses his legs and pulls the bar in and goes up with it. So it's a really helpful video to check out. The deadlifts are looking money. Again, like making gains every week. Just can't really ask for much more. Not sure what the feedback I gave on this. These look good. It's a nice control, good touch. I would really just stay really, really tight right in here. So when you're locked out, I would really, like, if you think about getting your your triceps and side of your arm like sucked into your torso, and really get tension there so that you're staying really, really tight here, especially as you descend. That would be the only thing I would say to focus on. And let's just keep getting stronger. So yeah, that's my only thing, is right in there. Just really keep those arms tucked and keep the chest out. I don't know what else. Oh yeah, I didn't even say anything. I just said, like, you said you're hitting a strength wall. I don't see it because we're going up every week. So really good. In terms of rating, 8.5 to a 9. That's what you said. Let's just see how it looks. Let's watch the last two. Yeah, I would say that's probably like an 8 to an 8.5. Like when you're thinking RPE, you got to think like gun to my head. How many more could I do? Not like how many more like do I want to do? It's like, if there was a gun to my head, how many more could I do with good positions? So I think you could have gotten probably 2 more if you absolutely had to. So that'd probably be an 8 to an 8.5 in my books, but it's all based on how you feel. So yeah, all right. Good day, good learning. So day 2, lots of clean work here. So this is, let's see what I said here. Cleans. Yeah, knuckles down a little more. So this is deadlift plus power clean. So you have, I really like the deadlift. The clean deadlift is great. I like your legs. I like how you're being patient and how they're kind of extending. Like I like how that looks. Looks good. You can tell that you're using your lats really well. So that looks good. Keep that up. So with this guy, I think the helpful cue would be to rotate, like I said, to rotate your knuckles. Just rotate your hands. So currently you're here. I would just rotate them this way towards you just a little bit. And it might help you just with the mechanics of the turnover. So if you just watch the bar, it is kind of coming out a little bit right here. So right there, watch how it kind of goes out a little bit. And there's like a lot of space between you and the bar right here. So I would be focused on past this point, continuing to bring it in, like to keep it close, because that's a lot of space. And what's happening is you're kind of bumping, like you're swinging it out subtly. Hold on. It's swinging out subtly, and then it's coming in, and you're kind of just like bouncing it off. Like again, on snapshot, this is a great power position, but you're kind of bumping it a bit. So I would try that knuckle cue to see if that allows you to kind of get that get the motion of the bar a little better, and just be focused on eliminating space between you and the bar. Like the less space that you have with the bar, the stronger it will be, because now we're eliminating the guessing of maybe I'm bumping it out or whatever. So I would just try to focus on keeping it very, very close to you. But I like your like off the ground. Off the ground, you're good. This is a tough angle. I would just leave it at that, and I'll see how next week looks, and then I have maybe another piece of feedback I can give. But I would try that with the knuckles, and just thinking about, again, like keeping it close and bringing it in and extending and pulling high with the arms. So yeah, that would be my feedback. Just eliminating the space a bit. All right. And then obviously we're still working on the catch. So we still gotta focus on a little stronger positioning here. Like just look at your hips, how they're like in front of the bar. We don't want this to happen. So we want the hips to be like back here. So maybe we can practice more in the warm-ups, like the pull and like getting the front rack high, catching and getting the hips back. So it's a little stronger position there. So, all right, so try that knuckle thing, see if it helps, and we'll go from there. Floor press, dual prono. Okay, no more videos from this day. Yeah, so the handstand walk, I just made a comment on this. It's just going to be a slow chip on these guys, especially because it's such a new thing and there's a lot of uncertainty and a little bit of fear there. I'm just going to be chipping away. That one wasn't bad, that last one there. So what I'm going to suggest, I think I put in the comment, I would just narrow this up a little bit, very slightly. And what I would also do is I would practice on how to kind of kick down to the side, like even from here. If you want to practice like being able to kick down versus just dropping back. So like right from here, being able to drop those feet off to the side and kick down, kind of like a half cartwheel type thing. That's a really good skill to learn because on the handstand walk, sometimes that's how the position that you're in. Sometimes that's how we'll have to learn how to kick down. And conversely, like if you feel like you're about to bail over, like with the feet flipping over, that's going to be your kind of safety net, is to kick down that way, like sideways. So I would try that. Like even if you're just up against the wall, practice just kind of tilting over to the side and bringing the feet down over here. And then try the more narrow hands, and can't really say much else. Just kind of just chipping away and getting lots of time in these positions. So keep working at it. It'll take time, but made lots of progress on the inverted stuff already. So I'm confident it'll come through. And then the pistols. Pistols are looking good. I would work on like getting this front leg fully extended as you come down. Like you're gonna feel the hip flexors really having to work to do that. But to get to that full pistol, that front leg is gonna have to stay pretty straight. So I would work on that. And it's good control. I would try and control that bounce a little bit more. So if you can control that last half an inch a little bit more, that would be good, because we have to be controlled through that portion of the movement anyways when we get to the full pistol. So I'd work on that as well. But yeah, two skills that are just coming along and just solid work. So, and then strict handstand push-ups are looking stronger. Just kind of trying to find reps week to week, just pushing through. I would just keep these toes pointed towards the ceiling. And that's great with the note on wider hands. I think that's a good thing to do. Sometimes, if you are doing some sort of a standardized test, like an open test or something, you can get burned if you're always practicing too wide. It doesn't look like it's super wide, so probably not a concern, but there are some standards, like, for width, but it doesn't look too crazy. So I would keep working on it like this for sure. Looking a lot faster off the ground too this way. So yeah, this is good. Way to come through on the head there too. Good lockouts. So you're definitely getting way stronger in these, which is awesome to see. So yeah, I think that was all of them. So, oh no, we still got the squat. So the squat, the only feedback I would have would be to actually get a 1 second pause. So the 3-1-X1 is a 1 second pause in the bottom. That's like kind of a stop squat versus a pause squat. So I would want to go like 1 and then go, so a little bit longer in the pause there. Positions look good in the squat though. Good foot balance, good drive out of the hole. Looks pretty good. So I would just honor that pause a little more. Let's count the down tempo too. So it should be 3 second down tempo. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I think you can go a tad slower on the way down too, like honor that 3 seconds, 1 second pause, and whatever. So don't worry about the weight. It's the tempo. The tempo should be the priority over the weight, and yeah, we'll give that a shot next week and see how it goes. So good stuff, yeah, good stuff, man. So the biggest thing right now is from this week that I saw would be we just got to get more jerk practice, which we'll do. The snatch, we have to focus on not jumping forwards and just tightening up the deadlift positions a little bit, keeping the bar nice and close. And in the clean, same story, keeping it close past the knee, and also just working on the hip positioning in the catch, and again trying out just rotating the hands over the bar slightly more in those powers. So yeah, any questions, drop me a message and catch you next week.